Get more done with Airtasker.
Hi guys, my name is Peter. This is the presentation of Group 2. First of all, please allow me to introduce my CAD team member, Peter, Vincent, Vicky, and Claire. Our group picked this Australian company named Airtasker. We will show you the base business model of Airtasker and analyze the current market environment and challenges faced by this company. And according to Porter's 5 forces model, to analyze how to correctly use reasonable marketing plans to solve the problems that the company may face in the future. What is Airtasker and what does it do? Airtasker is Australian leading online marketplace for local service, connecting people and business who need work done with people and business who want to work. Airtasker delivers a simple economic experience for customers to buy local service and create flexible working opportunity and income for Tasker. Service industry currently facilitated by the Airtasker marketplace include everyday tasks such as handyman job, home cleaning, through to more complex work including tax consultancy and legal advice, and many service industries in between. The second point is the advantage of Airtasker. Through searching and thinking, I have concluded the following 4 points. First, Airtasker has established more accurate task publishing and task retrieval functions, such as task due date, task area, and so on, which can improve the work efficiency of both parties involved. The second is to post tasks online or in smartphone application, which will be more convenient to both sides. This is a screenshot of the task on the Airtasker website. We can clearly see that for the customer and tasker, each task is accurate and convenient. Third is Airtasker will charge different service fees according to different tasks. The minimal charge is 8% and maximum will not exceed 22%. This is a low service fee. The fourth point is that because to become an Airtasker barrier is low, this will allow more people who want to earn pocket money to join in, making the company bigger and bigger and finally achieving economic of scale. Let's move on to the marketing environment analysis. First, due to the impact of COVID-19, Airtasker and its industry competitor has been affected. The situation will put some small and medium-sized company more difficult because this company will have a very poor cash flow when they have no business. Second, Airtasker will hold on an IPO on March 22 and land on the ASX. This IPO will solve the problem of less cash flow caused by COVID-19, and there is hope to expand the capital pool through this IPO and expanding their business scope, maybe entering Asian markets such as China and Japan. Okay, let's see the date of Airtasker prospectus. From 2019 to 2021, more than 4.3 million registered users has joined the Airtasker market. This shows that Airtasker currently occupies a large part of the Australian market share. Finally, there are some companies are similar to Airtasker in the Australian market. My team member Vincent will continue to introduce and analyze relevant information. Thank you.
After Peter's introductions, you guys may have the basic understanding of the Airtasker, so let us move to the next part, market environment and challenges. This part can be divided in 4. The first is the competitions from current market, such as local job websites and applications. For instance, OneFlare, which provides similar cleaning service for customers. And also look at another example, freelancers, which was used by some powerful companies like Amazon and Facebook. This might be a reason why some professional customers choose freelancers, not Airtasker. The next factor is newcomers and potential entrants. Since the market with low threshold, it doesn't like some high technology industry like job making, motor manufacturing with strong barriers for the newcomers. Therefore, some company can enter this market with low cost, especially like Ubers that who have similarity with Airtasker. The third is Airtasker's business model is simple to copy and paste by other companies. And you can see the business model of Airtasker is as the platform for users to connect each others. People can seek for help or find a job in this website or applications, but it is not unique enough. The last challenge is we care about the future development of Airtasker because it is easily affected by the policy and war chain like COVID-19. Airtasker is available in 5 countries now: Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, the United Kingdom, and Ireland, which means that it still has the huge rooms of development. The next part of our presentation is discussing the objectives. The primary objective of our plan is to increase Airtasker's market share, and the secondary objective is improving the competitiveness of Airtasker. The customer's insight we conclude was shown on the PowerPoint. We find some men have ability to help others, but they don't know how to do it. Conversely, many women are confused in seek for help to others except professional companies with high cost. And we cannot ignore some group like students, retired people who want to earn extra money in their free time. And also, many people only seek for help when they encounter the problem, but consult to the professional company usually should reserve in advance. But your problem cannot wait and should be done as soon as possible. Let me pass the mic to Vicky.
Hi all, I'm Vicky. This is my turn to show how Porter's 5-process model is applied to analyzing the competitiveness of Airtasker in the task outsourced industry. Michael Porter put forward Porter's 5-process model in 1980. There are 5 elements in the model, including the competitive rivalry, the new entries, the substitutes, the buyer power, and the supplier power. The model helps a firm understand its business environment's competitiveness and identify the current strategy's potential profitability. Through this model, the business can understand the industry forces that can influence the business profitability and then adjust the strategy accordingly. In addition to its benefit for business, there are still some weaknesses when using the model. For example, the model is criticized for generating too general and subjective analytical results, which is not suitable for a business facing a high threat from existing rivals, new entrants, and buyers' strong bargaining power. The threat from existing rival is serious. This is because Airtasker is a platform that enables platform members to describe the task and indicate a budget. Community members then bid to complete the tasks. So this business service procedure is simple, including the platform, the community members, and an online payment tool. Further, the switching cost is low when customer loyalty is also low to a brand. Therefore, Airtasker faces a high threat from other existing rivals, including Upwork, Popular Pays, Skyward 360, and Super Sourcing. The bargaining power of buyer is intense. This is because buyer switching cost is low, and thus they will be free to switch between Airtasker and other similar services brands based on their services price and quality, especially when they are a large customer group. The bargaining power of suppliers is weak. This is because the price of suppliers' work is based on the bidding process. Besides, there are many members on the platform which are bidding for a task to make money. So the price could be threatened by other suppliers who might bid at a lower price. The threat from new entrants is high. This is because the entry barrier into this industry is low. The business develops a similar platform on the internet and then advertises its service via online communities. So the relative entry cost and time are low when professional knowledge is not required to run this platform. So the threat is high for new entrants. The threat for substitutes is high. In addition to providing service, there are also professional document service firms providing similar but professional documents and other task service. That's all. Thanks. Next, let's summarize by Claire.
Thanks for Zixuan sharing. I'm Claire, and in the following, I will talk about the strategies we used to deal with the challenges and meet our objectives in the meantime. Since Airtasker is facing various competitors, and we hope to differentiate itself among others like Freelancer and Fiverr, therefore, the first strategy aims to expand the product lines of Airtasker to make its service more diverse, and that is to establish its own professional team to provide service for customers. Possible directions are household management and takeaway delivery. For the household management, since moving houses is a huge process, and some people who have limited time but high economy capacity just would like to find someone finish all kinds of travels for them. The only thing they need to do is walking out of the old house in the morning and sleeping in the new house in the evening. As for the takeaway side, this is because due to the COVID-19, the need from customers is increasing and the revenue of the market is expected to show an annual growth rate of nearly 6% in Australia, which is a market that still worth investment. And the second strategy is to improve the existing service function of Airtasker as a platform. Since Airtasker serves as an intermediary between taskers and employment, and it has already provided services between customers and companies. For taking a further step, it can extend the cooperative relationship into companies themselves, like building a bridge between startups and the giants in other industries like finance to achieve mutual benefits. This is because, like Peter mentioned before, that Airtasker is going to conducting the IPO in this month, which needs to show more investment value to the public. And the lastly would be the conclusion part, which contains aspects that we learned from Airtasker and the implications behind it. First, Airtasker is one of the sharing economy platforms in Australia, which switched from sharing items like Uber to sharing time. Second, thanks to the development of technology, Airtasker represents the trend of rising digital platforms that links customers with each other directly. And third, Airtasker has shown the importance and benefits of hyper-local economy. The economic benefits it brought to the communities in Australia is massive, which solved the employment problems in the local community to some extent when the changes of COVID-19 appeared. And in a word, Airtasker has its strengths, but it still needs to face it with different changes and challenges. And above all, will be my presentation. Thanks for listening, and here is a question that we would like to ask to our classmates. That is, if you were at Airtasker, what kind of marketing strategies or what kind of marketing tactics would you use when you're faced with the challenges?